Kolokithopita to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. I'm Dimitra of dimitrasdishes.com, and today I'm going to teach you how to make the extra large version of zucchini pie. Now this is the same zucchini pie, Kolokithopita, that I taught you guys how to make in a previous episode. I think I posted it about a week or 10 days ago, and I showed you how to make the freezer version of 2 round pies, and I got a lot of questions and comments on how to turn that into a bigger pie, like for a party or something like that. And this one definitely feeds a crowd, and it lasts a pretty long time in your refrigerator, so you can have it all throughout the week if you're making it for your family, if you meal prep or something like that. It's crispy on top, it's buttery, the filling is moist and juicy and delicious, and some people have tried it, say that it's even better than spanakopita. I'll let you be the judge of that. Let's get started making this. So the recipe starts off with plenty of zucchini. So I'm using 10 zucchinis, and I'm going to go ahead and grate them on a box grater, then put them in a big bowl and sprinkle sea salt over it, about 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt, mix it all together, and then set it aside so that way the zucchini can drain all the excess moisture that it has. And it's like 90% liquid, and you want that to come out so that way your pie is not watered down. Set it aside for about 15-20 minutes, and then once you're done, you're just going to take a handful of zucchini at a time and just squeeze it in your hand so to release all of that moisture. You can save that zucchini liquid if you want to add it into soups and stuff. Whatever you want to do with it. I heard it's very nutritious, so you don't want to waste it. If you want to save it for the soups and stuff. Put it in little ice cube trays, that'll be good, but definitely do not put it in the pie. So we're going to place all of the strained zucchini in a large bowl, and then it's time to add scallions. If you have fresh scallions, go ahead and finely chop them, rinse them well, dry them, and then add them to the bowl. I didn't have any fresh on hand, so I used the ones that I had in my freezer, but it still wasn't enough. So then I also finely chopped a large onion, and I sauteed it in a little bit of olive oil until it was soft and golden, and I added that to the zucchini as well. Then go ahead and finely chop some fresh mint and add it to the bowl. Add some dried dill. If you have fresh dill, you can go ahead and use that instead. Season the mixture with some salt, black pepper, and then mix it up. Now it's time for the cheeses. So I like to add some shredded Gruyere cheese. You can add your favorite cheese that melts well. You can do mozzarella, parmesan, or even kefalograviera if you have it. Mix everything all together to make room for the feta. Now we're going to just crumble lots of feta on top. I like to buy feta that comes in a block and then crumble it myself. It just tastes so much better. Mix everything all together and then give it a taste. If it needs a little bit more seasoning, this is the time where you would add it. Now it's time to crack 6 eggs into another bowl and whisk it all together. Add it to the zucchini mixture and mix everything very well to incorporate it. And that's it. The filling is ready. This pan right here is the size of a half-sheet pan, except a half-sheet baking pan, except it's much deeper. I'll put the link down below where you can get it on Amazon. And even a roasting pan, if you have a big turkey roasting pan, that will do as well. You can use any of those pans. What you're going to do is you're going to sprinkle a layer of panko breadcrumbs on the bottom. That's going to be very helpful in absorbing the rest of the liquid that the zucchini is going to continue to release. So you want the breadcrumbs under there so the bottom layer will not be soggy. Then you're going to put layers of phyllo on the bottom of the pan to cover it, drizzling some melted butter on top. Now I like to use salted butter because it has lots of flavor, but you can definitely use unsalted butter and just season it a little bit, maybe with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt or to your liking. Then go ahead and continue to add the phyllo sheets so that way they cover the whole bottom of the pan. You can hang half of the sheets outside so that way it can serve as the topping also, and you'll see what I mean. Go ahead and put all of the filling into the center. Whatever phyllo is extending outside of the pan, you can go ahead and fold it over the filling to cover it and brush lots of butter on top of that. And then the remaining sheets that you have, you can put those on top of the filling and then reserve about 5 of them, because you're going to crinkle them into like accordion shape. This is going to create beautiful texture on the top, and it's also going to make it look really pretty. And then drizzle more butter on top of that. You want this to have lots of butter because phyllo actually doesn't have any butter in it. Now it is ready to be baked, or you can put it in the freezer. So if you're going to freeze it, Put it in the freezer until the whole thing chills and the butter hardens. Then you can wrap it with plenty of plastic wrap and it'll stay fresh in your freezer for 2 months. Then you can go ahead and either thaw it out overnight in your refrigerator and then bake it just the way we're gonna do it right now, or you can bake it straight out of the freezer by covering it with some aluminum foil, baking it for an hour, and then removing the aluminum foil and baking it for another about hour and 20 minutes. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to bake this on the center rack for an hour, and then I'm going to move the tray to the bottom rack so that way the bottom can get a little crispy, and if there's any excess juices that come out of the zucchini, they'll dry up and keep a nice crispy bottom crust. And I'm gonna let it cook down there until it's beautifully golden. That's gonna take about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. This is a thick pie, and you'll see when it comes out, it's gonna be golden and beautiful. You wanna leave it so that way it can set. Set it aside at room temperature for at least 45 minutes to an hour. I wouldn't touch it before that. As a matter of fact, if you're making it for a party, I do recommend that you bake it the day before and then you just warm it through for about 15 minutes before you serve it. That's gonna help it set and it's not gonna be at all watery and it's gonna be super crispy and delicious. Take a slice out, put it on a plate and serve it with some tzatziki sauce and a nice salad and you have a delicious meal, or you can serve it as an appetizer. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and if you wanna learn how to make tzatziki, click over here and I'll see you right over there. Yes, us.